Hey guys and girls, it's Blackjack with 396 Guitars. Today's a fun day. It's always a fun day when I get to build a bass guitar for a customer. So we're doing an unboxing and an unboxing. Let's get to work. What do we have? It's a box. Pretty neat. Come on, focus you. Yeah. Fender. Um, what are we going to see here? This is different because I always build dark guitars. This guy chose you can already tell it's a light color. I want to save all this because if there's a problem with any of it, it's got to go back. Um, Usually pretty good boxes of this stuff. I'm going to assume that it was manufactured in the Ensenada. Is it Ensenada? Mexican plant. I kind of like the stuff that comes out of there is usually pretty decent and pretty reliable. I'm going to say that through experience. Um, you have to have something that says "Made in the USA." Okay, that's fine. I can get on board with that too. But I kind of dig this stuff because usually it's very well made, and I've never had a problem doing a build or building for myself or for a customer. Um, I really like it. Well, I didn't discuss with the customer much else other than I'm pretty sure he's going to want to, put some good pickups in it and some decent electronics because, wow, that looks sharp. It's kind of a cream off-white, and I'm kind of digging on that already. Genuine Fender. I do not see anything that scares me. There isn't even globs of compound where they cleaned it. It's not light, but it's not heavy. Of course, a P bass is smaller body than a jazz bass. Looks like some paint runoff in the pocket, but that doesn't scare me. I like that they divot out the corners. I've seen that many times with these bodies so that nothing hangs up here and you don't have to chip away in sand and chip away in sand. I don't want to do anything that would damage the finish. Okay, we're golden because I see absolutely nothing on this guitar that would scare me. This body. There isn't one defect on it. I like it. I like it a lot. Typical P bass configuration. Volume, tone, output jack. I'm going to like this. I'm going to like this a lot. And bridge. Yeah. So next, what are we looking at next? Yeah, you guessed it. What do we got? A box. To mate with that body, is a box in a box. I'm starting to collect the boxes over here again in my shop. In my studio, my shop, call it what you want. My shop is actually out on the other side. I actually opened this up and went over with the customer to make sure that we liked it, and I'm going to tell you right off that we both loved it. And I'm going to tell you why. It's going to be pretty obvious roasted maple with a lot of character in it. And this is what you look for. A lot of character on the fretboard. Yep, they're clear coated. Sorry to say. That's a double-edged sword. I'm not crazy about it, although my main bass lately from that I play at my shows is a clear-coated Mexican P-bass neck, and this is a precision bass neck. So it's basically the same neck. The back is not clear-coated. Nice. I love this character. I mean, you've got all kinds of wood grain showing on this. And I see the camera's picking up on it. That's what you really love, right? They're pre-drilled. This one actually has the thing to do the auto shim, but the body doesn't carry that function. So what are we going to do? Yeah, right now we're going to make sure that this thing wants to fit. I don't see anything here that should stop me. Wow, right away you get instant gratification. It fits perfectly. Let me see just how much gap. I have had them be really, really tight. I've had them be super, super loose. This one is kind of somewhere in between. It fits in there snug. Little spot right there. Right there. So, of course, when fitting this, you know, these are meant to go together. I mean, there's really no reason to go into running strings and doing all that. So we're actually going to bolt it together right now. Somewhere here I have of my parts bin a Fender plate and 4-finger screws. Yeah. And there's no reason not to put it together. I like these body holes to be relatively loose. You don't want them hanging up in there. I have run into off-brands where the body holes that are drilled and you try to mate another neck to it are too tight. And when you get down to trying to cinch up the neck in the pocket, it actually binds in the body as you're trying to tighten up from the back. So it's extremely important that before we go too far that we make sure that these are not, and they're super loose, and that's what I like. That's what I like to see. And yeah, this is kind of important. You got to make sure that these, you should be able to put them in. You should not have to drive these with a tool through the body. Drive with the tool when it gets to the neck, yes, because we have to cinch that neck up to the body pocket. But you should be able to drive these screws in all the way with your fingers until they come out the other side. You follow? It's the little things that matter. It's the little things. Snug, yeah, but you should be able to run them in with your fingers. And today's exercise is really just to mate the neck to this blank body. And then we're going to just kind of test fit a black pick guard to it. Just to get a look at what it's going to actually appear, how the finished product is going to look. I like it so far. My Fender parts never, ever let me down. Yeah, you can get a little sideways when you're trying to mix and match and really, you know, put together, you know, Frankenstein guitars. That one was a little snugger than the rest. I'm gonna run that screw in and out with a power tool quickly, just to bore it out slightly. I don't want to drill it. I'm just gonna run the screw in and out, in and out, in and out. And that will open up that hole sufficiently. I don't know. I usually keep one right up here. What happened? Somebody got their paws on it. Stand by while I locate one. So this one was hanging up just slightly, just enough to make me go, hmm. So all I did was put a screw gun on it, and now it goes in and out super easy. If they're really, really tight, sometimes I have to get a drill bit and just bore them out, but that's not the case here. I'm surprised that I had to do it even with this. So, this is always the fun part. So, what I do, and some of this will not come out on camera, but just kind of look in there and make sure you're lining up with the. There we go. It just popped in there. You can look through the hole and make sure that you're lining up. And if Fender has done what they're supposed to do, you can also take a straight pick and put it in there. Rubber pad, yeah, two trains of thought there, two schools of thought. I've used them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Not necessary, not absolutely necessary. Right there, you can feel it when it hits the neck. Don't tighten it all the way yet. Just get it right down to where it's on the plate and put them all in. This seems pretty straightforward and basic. That's because we're using Fender product to Fender product to Fender product. It's not always this easy. Sometimes I got to get the router out and clean out a pocket, sand down a neck on the sides, clean out gook and stuff in the neck pocket and the body because it's not it might be a Squire or it might be a completely off brand. Sometimes you can't even put a Fender neck in an off brand, say it's an off brand P bass shaped object. To quote a term from another YouTuber, it aptly describes some instruments and what they are and what they aren't. So it's on there loosely, but I don't really want to crank it down just yet. It's snug. Because I want to check a few things as it's pulling up. And this can only pull it up in one way. I mean, the drill holes are what they are. I did not drill the holes in the neck. I didn't drill the holes in the body. Sometimes I have to do that. In this case, we did not have to do it. Pull back a little bit. See if we can't get the whole thing in there. The camera might be too close. So snug enough. But now that it's bolted up, I just want to check. It's really super tight on that side and sort of tight on this side, snug. But I can slide a 4/1000 there. Barely. I can almost not put it in the front. In a perfect world, I would like that to be in there and slammed in there and tight and snug, and you really got to almost coax it in there. But I find lately, more and more, they're not making them that snug because the potential for damaging and getting chip out here while you're trying to press the neck in and test fit it is high, and it's happened. It's happened to me, but we don't have that problem here. We're going to be fine. I can guarantee you this one's going to be perfect. I also have, and this has been sitting in my parts bin for I don't know how long. I think this is going to make this into a pile, but it's not my instrument. There's your money shot right there. It's classic. White, black. I just don't see it being any prettier than that. Pure, simple. It is poetry in motion. Leo Fender had it right. Okay. And this instrument has not changed much in 70 something years. I like it. I'm pretty digging on it. Not going to drill any holes. That's as far as we're going today. In fact, I just wanted to show the beauty, the beauty of the neck grain, the character that we have here. I have ordered and returned sometimes with builds 4 or 5 times, and it takes me a month to get one that I go, wow, I really like the character in that neck. Like, I'll show you. That's mine, you know, and you can see the character up here. Farther down, there's a big dark spot here and here, and this is what you look for. More character up here, yeah. And this is basically the same specked out neck here. In fact, he's got even a little bit more character than mine. But I might just have to steal this one and put it on my guitar. No, I'm only kidding. It's Blackjack with 396 guitars. Yeah, we're building another P bass, but this one's going to be all Fender parts. We don't know what the electronics are going to be yet, but you get a good idea what it's going to be right out of the box. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for all your support. If you dig what I'm doing, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We'll talk soon.